Okay.
Councilman Hernandez. Councilman Ramirez.
Aye.
Councilman Preciado.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Woolley. Mayor Ovalle.
So we're moving on to item number 6, which is mayor and council members. Consider approving the council summer meeting schedule.
Yes, Mayor and members of council, we have for many, many years considered a summer meeting schedule. Oh, okay. In that there would be one meeting in July and one in August, and that July would be the first regular meeting in July and the first regular meeting in August. No, you're okay. That's okay. As I was stating, for many years, the council has considered each time this year, just about each time this year, a summer meeting schedule, which allows a break time for the council and for staff to, for vacation or just time away. Council has considered in the past canceling the second meeting in July and the second meeting in August. And we're asking that council consider scheduling or setting a summer meeting schedule this year. That being Thursday, July 9th would be the meeting in July. And then Thursday, August 13th would be the meeting in August. The regular meeting schedule would go forward in September. There'd be 2 meetings a month.
Any questions on this, comments? If not, we'll need a motion to approve the change in the schedule.
I so move to approve the calendar as presented.
First, is there a second?
I'll.
First and second.
Councilman Hernandez. Councilman Ramirez.
Aye.
Councilman Preciado.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Woolley. Mayor Ovalle.
Aye. 5-0. Approved.
Just a comment. If a special meeting is needed, it can be scheduled.
Mhm.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Moving on to item number 7, which is activity reports, special presentations, and committee reports. One is Public Works. Scott? Are you on board, Scott?
Good evening, council members.
Oh, there you go.
You have my report. It might be it. I had to push a couple of buttons to get the video to come on. Guess it's being temperamental tonight. Well, anyway, my report. We are continuing to work with the Alvarado Group, which is now Avenal LLC. They have started moving dirt out there, and then we're still working with them for infrastructure such as water and the sewer lines, and making sure that they get those installed properly. And we're also looking at working with them to maybe upsize the sewer line in a couple of areas for future developments. And we're working with negotiations with that. And obviously, you know, Bandit Koala is continuing their construction. I know my video just kicked out, so I don't know what happened. Anyway, I'll continue. Code enforcement is continuing to do their weed vehicle abatements. and property abatements. They have sent out several notices, and a lot of people are complying. Their report is attached. Our parks and landscape, we're just continuing to maintain everything as necessary. The playgrounds we still have closed due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but we are still keeping the one restroom at Rice Park open to the public from 7 in the morning till dark, and we will continue to do that for them. We haven't had any worse problems with the restrooms up there than what we normally see, so we're okay with keeping that open. Our streets, the staff's continuing to maintain streets and banners. We did get the engineering for the San Joaquin Street project is complete, so we are waiting for the COVID-19 releases, like we could get into, say, a phase 3 or so. Then we will start advertising and have an on-site walkthrough with whoever's interested in bidding, and then put the project out to bid. Hopefully we can get that started this summer. Water distribution is maintaining the same. We did have one water leak on a 16-inch line out on 33 going to the prison. The guys were able to get that. They started on a Saturday morning, and by 5:30 Saturday evening, the line was charged and back in service. So I don't know if it's a good thing that we're getting a lot of practice at this, but we're getting pretty good at it. Wastewater collections, we did have 3 sewer plugs for the month of May. One of them was on the city side and 2 of them on customer sides. The areas that we were having a lot of problems with rags, and one area with grease, we're not seeing that so much anymore, so that's going better. And then our vehicle equipment and building maintenance, the staff's just continuing to maintain the properties and report to SJVA PCD as needed. So are there any questions?
Any questions for Scott?
I do.
There's one, Scott.
Scott, I have received many comments from community members for only one restroom being open at Rice Park. One of the complaints or concern is that sometimes there's somebody in there and it may take 10, 15 minutes to go in and out. And also that sometimes a lady may try to go in and just, they don't feel comfortable going into the same restroom as a man. So I don't know if you have considered, we consider opening 2 instead of 1.
We could, yes. It's a little more time for cleaning every morning, but we could have 2 open, yes.
Okay, well, thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you, Scott.
Hey Scott,
Welcome. Thank you.
This is Tony. I turned off your video because your internet was a little slow. I had to turn it off. Make the audio
Oh, no
better.
problem, Tony. Okay.
Just so you know.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Scott. Okay, so we move on to number 2, which is Avenal Theater and Event Center. Medical.
All right, do we have audio?
Yes.
All right, perfect. All right. Honorable Mayor, members of the council. Oh, sorry, I'm following Tony's feed over here, so I don't have a copy of the report. So, all right. Actually, here we go. I was able to find it. So, on May 13th, we had the last community food drive. It seems that by this point we've they've got the formula figured out. I understand that there was another food drive today. Unfortunately, I didn't participate there because I'm currently self-quarantined right now. I had some exposure to COVID-19, and I'm still waiting from the health department to get back to me before I can come back into work. Hopefully, I'm clean, but just to be safe. For facility maintenance on the sorry, give me a second. On the 15th, we went ahead and looked at the Pegasus room just to see what we would need to upgrade coming into 2020, 2021. The main things we're looking at here are the microphones, just because I know that we're going to be using the Pegasus room for more meetings in the future. Oh, sorry. Oops. Sorry, I have a notepad with me. I'm just flipping through notes. I understand that coming into the future, we're going to need some new microphones. I understand that more of the community is willing to enter or willing to show up for the city council meetings. So I can tell that we're going to be using the Pegasus room more often for this. For renters, we're considering picking up a Bluetooth receiver, just because a lot of people are picking up newer phones these days, and they no longer have headphone jacks. So we wouldn't be able to just use the old plug and play method like that we've been using for the last couple of years now. It's just a small convenience for any renters. We are also looking at picking up another subwoofer for Theater Room 1. That one is currently blown out. It's not an immediate thing that we need to take care of, just because we're not hosting films at the moment, but it is something that we want to look into in the future, and it is something that we had budgeted for the next fiscal year. As we're looking into upgrading our Wi-Fi solution, we have a few more mesh Wi-Fi setups that we're going to be picking up later throughout the year, once everything is set in stone. But that's more or less what we need for the Pegasus room. We're still continuing broadcasting meetings. Unfortunately, I'm not there. I'm happy that Tony is able to fill in for me this week. Up until just recently, with my quarantine, we've been helping Anna with the senior nutrition program with the delivery service every Monday and Wednesday. It's been good to talk to the community there, and I've just been leaving small advertising notes with the regarding the Avenal Theater with the delivery route that I've been given. Blanca Rodriguez from AES has been giving us some read-along videos for her for the recreation program's online KidSpot program. As well as Othelia from Kings County. She offered us a anti-tobacco video, so I'm just going to be scrubbing through that and seeing if there's any changes that need to be made before we publish that tomorrow on the KidSpot Facebook page. We were working on finalizing the marketing plan for the theater. The big thing that I'm focusing on is I want to attract more out-of-town people. The experiment that I ran earlier in the year, or mid September, October of last year seemed to have worked out pretty well. So I'm hoping I can focus on that more. But that's more or less where my theater plan is focused. I'm just looking at attracting more people from out of the area, more from Fresno County and the larger parts of Kings County. So Hanford, Lemoore, Armona, such as those areas, such as. I'm also looking into hosting other events that would also attract other people in. Just speaking with people from Merced. To see what local events have been able to attract the local communities there. So I've been working with the gallery, getting the monthly car series working again, as well as the local car communities across the Central Valley. People have seen or have developed interest. They're also becoming very how would you say, they're also very stir crazy. They just want to get out there and they want to attend more social events. So that might be another in once the pandemic clears up and we are allowed to host public events such as that. Tentatively, we are working, the Recreation Department and I are currently working on hosting outdoor movies, sort of like a traditional drive-in style. We're waiting on a FM transmitter to show up. That should be coming in maybe next Monday. What this will allow us to do is that instead of having a full speaker system, what we plan on doing is we plan on having the movie's audio sent out via FM. So people would tune in on their cars' radios, and they would be able to hear the movie's audio this way. I had to spend a couple days researching what devices we can use for this, and I was able to find something that was both what we needed and FCC compliant. We're not allowed to broadcast anything further than 200 feet. Otherwise, we could get into some issues if anyone from the FCC just happens to roll down Avenal. This is mostly just a safety precaution. It's not listed here, but I understand that, like the rest of the departments, we've all been working on our budget. But that's more or less what I've been working on for the last month. Is there any questions?
I had a question, Just. Can you explain a little bit more about the Avenal Theater marketing plan?
So for the marketing plan, what we're looking at doing is we're looking to attract more people from out of town just to put Avenal on a map, so to speak, as far as local events go. I will more likely I'll be more than likely introducing a lot of my old events that I used to be running, more casual, more family-focused gaming events, so game nights and such like that. Because from what I understand, the surrounding towns, Kalinga and Lemoore, did not have nights like those outside of the scheduled festivals that they had. That's what I would be planning for the just to bring in the local community here in town, as well as getting people from out of the region. We'd be looking at, like I said, the car video or the car show series. That would be held once a month. Depending on how large it gets, we'd consider moving it over to the Avenal High School parking lot. It would also give us room to be able to have vendors as well. At larger car shows, there are usually a handful of vendors. Even if we're not hosting or if we're not selling goods, I've worked with the gallery. They're more than happy to showcase. I know because some of their staff also happen to be in this community as well. So we're also looking at having them showcase their vehicles and them them selling pizza. That's something that they're interested in doing as well. Hopefully, come time for me to be able to find a proctor to take my my food management exam, I'd be able to host I'd be able to use that as a fundraising event as well, just to be able to sell, cooked foods. So whether it just be hot dogs, pizza, such, or hot dogs, burgers, stuff like that. The idea is just to bring people from out of town here with smaller events.
Thanks for the information. Thank you.
I'd like to thank Umberto again, along with Tony and Lupe and Angie and Anna. I think Sheila's sister, they've all been involved in delivering the senior meals. So I want to thank them for that. And also want to thank Umberto. He has gone around to the different businesses. He provided masks and other information. So we just thank you, Umberto, for all that you've done to keep things going over the last couple of months. He doesn't say much, but he's a doer.
It's a doer.
Actions speak louder than words,
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
Any other questions?
Okay. Thank you, Berto.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Moving on to special presentations, none. So item number 8, which is public comment, announcements, and unscheduled appearances. Would you read the paragraph, please?
Sure. Any person may directly address the city council agency at this time on any item on the agenda or any other items of interest to the public that is within subject matter jurisdiction of the city council successor agency. State law prohibits any member of the city council from commenting or acting on matters not on the agenda. 3 minutes are allowed per person.
Thank you. Anybody for public comments?
Yes, this is Veronica Aguirre. I'm representing the LEAP Institute and our Ivan Environmental Violations Monitoring System. I'd like to report to you guys, the council, mayor, staff, everyone else online. Yesterday, we had our monthly meeting. And as usual, we continue to get a number of reports in regards to the nuisance of odor coming from the landfill. There's various that if you have a second, you're welcome to take a look at the website and find that information. As I did share with you all on the at the last meeting when I was able to present and show you all how to get onto the Ivan website, I invite you all to go on and take a look and see what the community seems to be reporting as concerns. They continue, like I said, we get a number of reports in regards to the odor nuisance. Yesterday we had people from Cal Recycle on the line, as well as the Air District, and we were told that the Air District is who has to come out and actually validate the nuisance, the odor, the complaint. By the time the Air District gets here, there's many times that it's not visible or where they can smell it. So therefore, they're unable to cite the landfill because they no longer exist. So this remains to be a problem because we have basically geography. By the time the Air District gets here from Fresno to get here and the wind shifts, so does the odor. And so there's no way of detecting it. So what I would like to do is invite the Avenal, city of Avenal, to maybe come up with some kind of plan to help us mitigate this issue so that it won't be such an issue. It's something that needs to be validated. And if we're unable to get a proper validation from the air district that can come and actually site and find out what is going on, then they said that it's also up to the landowner to do something about it, which I believe is the city of Avenal, maybe. But yeah, I invite you guys to attend our meetings. We need to come up with some type of mitigation, and I would hope that you could work with the community and address some of these issues. We also are going to be having, planning to have an online forum, and we're inviting a number of agencies to continue to maybe answer some questions in regards to the permitting process that's currently going on, address some of the issues of the reports that we continue to receive and try to address and see how we can come up with some kind of conclusion of working together. So anyways, this is what I would like to report. Nobody from the city actually has yet to come to any of our meetings. They're from 2 to 4. Right now, we currently do them Zoom, but it would be nice if maybe somebody would be able to represent the city and attend. It's only one time a month, and or even take a look at our website and just see what's going on and try to help us mitigate some of these issues. And I believe that the community deserves that. And thank you for your time.
Thank you, Veronica. Anybody else for public comment?
I'm going to read it right now.
Very good.
Have comment on our live Facebook video stream from Lupe Resendez, or from an account named Lupe Resendez. They ask, who is in charge of the vets hall? That place needs to be clean. Those chairs are so filthy. Sorry today it like that, but I can't believe we have our elders sitting on them. That's that comment. No other comments at this time.
Okay, very good, thank you. Lupe Resendez, you say, huh? Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Lupe. Anybody else for public comment? Anybody else, Tony? Okay, so we close public comment. And we move on to item number 9, which is public hearings. We have none. And item number 10, old business, which is consider second reading and adoption of ordinance number 2020-03.
I'm not sure if Dawn's on the line or not. This item was.
I am.
Oh, okay. Hi.
Hi. This is the second reading of the ordinance that was number 2020-03 regarding the amending the municipal code for billing and delinquencies regarding shutoffs. And our recommendation is that we waive the second reading and adopt 2020-03.
You don't need to have a question. We don't need a public comment, open public comment for this. No? Okay.
So is there any questions on this? Comments? If not, we need a motion to approve adopt the ordinance number 2020-03.
And also to waive the first reading and adopt.
Waive
Thank you. Second reading, yes, thanks.
And just for clarification, this is to meet the mandate by the state, correct? 5990. So with that said, make a motion to waive the second reading and adopt ordinance number 2020-03.
Is there a second?
I'll second. Oh, sorry.
Okay, there's first and second, roll call please.
Councilman Hernandez,
Aye.
Councilman Ramirez,
Aye.
Councilman Preciado,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Woolley, Mayor Ovalle.
Aye. 5-0, it's been adopted.
It will go into effect in 30 days.
Very good. Thank you. So we move on to item B, 10B, which is consider extending local emergency declared on March 24th, 2020.
Yes, Mayor and members of council, we are required to, as long as the local emergency is in effect, we are required to review the local emergency to see basically to reaffirm the local emergency or to make a finding that the local emergency no longer exists. We, as staff, are recommending that council consider continuing this item. We're not sure where COVID is going to go from here. We are thankful for all that our community is doing to protect themselves and to protect others around them. And if we keep working together, hopefully we'll get through this. And hopefully there'll be a vaccine available. So, but there are many changes going on. Things are opening up. We're just asking the community be careful and be safe. So what we're asking is that the council approve and support the ongoing local emergency and specifically move prior to the expiration of the 21st day, that at the end of that, there would be an additional 21 days. So it'll actually be a 42-day renewal of this, but we would redo it again on the 25th. But we're asking that council, in the event that we don't meet, that we would be covered, that the local emergency would still be in effect.
Is there any questions, comments? If not, we need a motion to extend the local emergency for 42 days.
42. I so move to extend the COVID-19 emergency for 42 days.
Okay, that's the first. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, first and second. roll
Councilman
call.
Hernandez,
Aye.
Councilman Ramirez,
Aye.
Councilman Preciado,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Woolley, Mayor Ovalle.
Aye. 5-0.
Thank you.
It's been extended.
Avenal, keep up the good work.
Okay, we move on to item 11, new business. A, consider resolutions requesting county clerk to render services to for municipal elections, November 3rd, 2020.
Good afternoon, City Council. I'm here to present this item regarding our elections. This year is going to be November 23, 2020, and I am going to let you see our resolutions that we need to be approved. And this is for, as in the past, the City of Avenal requests that the city county clerk recorders render services to the City of Avenal related to conduct municipal elections and reimburse County of Kings in full services of provided by the county. And I'm recommended to consider two resolutions permitting the county clerk of the County of Kings to render services to the City of Avenal. And the reason why there's two resolutions is one, the county requested the second resolution. And the first resolution was with the attachment is for us to, so they can render the services for the elections.
There's two resolutions?
Yes, ma'am.
There's one that we received from the county, and then there's our resolution. It's basically the same thing. However, ours is a little more extensive, so we wanted to make sure that we were covered. That's the reason. Yes.
Any questions?
Questions, comments? If not, we need a motion to approve the two resolutions to permit the county clerk of the County of Kings to render services to the City of Avenal.
Do they have to be separate since the resolution?
Yes, they should be.
I move we approve resolution 2020-23, which I'm assuming is the county one.
Yes.
Second that.
But is it just one resolution or two
We
resolutions?
have to do them separately.
Well, with one motion, we could approve
Both.
resolution
Yes.
23.
Yes,
Yes.
it's just that they would be separately numbered.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, then that's for both of them.
Okay.
Okay,
Two.
thank you. Same with you. Okay.
So it'll be 2023 and 2024.
Yes. Councilman Hernandez,
Aye.
Councilman Ramirez,
Aye.
Councilman Preciado,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Woolley,
Aye.
Mayor Ovalle.
Aye. 0. All right, so we move on to 11B, which is consider juvenile services officer JSO contract for fiscal year 2020, 2021. Chief?
Hello, Mr. Mayor, can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay. Mr. Mayor, I had a problem with my public comment section. I was dialing in from my desk phone and I couldn't be acknowledged. So I would like to say a few things in a public comment format, if you would allow that, either before my JSO contract proposal or after. It's up to you, sir.
Go ahead, Chief. Go ahead.
I just wanted to, you want me to do the public comment first, sir?
Go ahead. Yes, sir.
I just want to extend our sincere condolences and appreciation to the Kings County Sheriff's Office today. They responded to a mutual aid assist from the San Luis County Sheriff's Office and the Paso Robles Police Department in response to an incident that happened early yesterday morning where a resident of Paso Robles was shot and killed, and the police department in Paso was under gunfire, and responding deputy was shot in the face during this horrific incident. The deputy, Kings County deputy from our county, was shot today during the apprehension of the suspect, and I just want to express our appreciation for their efforts to take somebody violent off the street. The deputy is hospitalized and is doing well, but hope our thoughts and prayers should be with him and his family during this time. Shifting gears a little bit in light of the recent events where law enforcement has kind of become vilified across nationwide, I just wanted to share with you an incident I'm very proud of with my staff. It happened last week where Sergeant Carr, Officer Billy Stride, Officer Tyler Stride, and Senior Officer Tapia and Senior Officer Garcia responded to a call for service where a juvenile female was inside of a bathroom with a knife wanting to harm herself. The parents called, obviously very alarmed, troubled by what they were witnessing. Our staff responded and showed tremendous amount of patience. And as you might know, Senior Officer Garcia is a member of the county-wide crisis negotiation team, and their role is to do what they can to peacefully resolve situations. He's been in numerous training to do that, and he was able to talk the young lady into giving up the knife first. So once that happened, everybody was going to be safe, and eventually about 30 minutes later, she came out of the bathroom and no one was hurt, and more importantly, she was directed to seek some help that she desperately needed. So the family was pleased. So proud of my staff for the way they handled that situation. And I just wanted to pass that along to you.
So move on with your
Yes.
JSO.
Okay, so currently the city of Avenal funds 50% of an Avenal police officer who's assigned to the Reef Sunset Unified School District as a juvenile services officer. The other 50% is funded by the school district themselves. This has been an ongoing agreement between the Avenal Police Department and Reef Sunset since we started back in 2010. And this year's proposed agreement would begin in July 1st of 2020 through June 30th of 2021. The share of costs for this fiscal year we're moving into would be $55,663.44 each. So the city pays that, and the other is offset by revenue coming in from the school district. And so by resolution that Angie has there for you, authorize the agreement, Reef Sunset Unified School District and the city manager to sign the agreement for the continued partnership for the next fiscal year.
Thank you, Chief. Is there any questions, comments about this? If not, we need a motion to approve ordinance 2020-2025.
It's a resolution. Yeah.
Susan?
It's a resolution.
Oh,
Yeah, he said 2025.
I so move.
so is there a second?
I'll second it.
Councilman Hernandez,
Aye.
Councilman Ramirez,
Aye.
Councilman Preciado,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Moli,
Aye.
Mayor Ovalle.
Aye, 5-0. Okay, it's been approved, Chief.
Thank you.
We'll move on to item 11C, consider Avenal Police Department purchase of new speed awareness monitor and message center trailers.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and members of the council. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Loud and
Very
clear.
good. The reason I'm here before you this evening is we are requesting to purchase two new speed awareness monitor trailers and message boards. We currently have a speed awareness trailer. However, it's approximately 20 years old and it is no longer functioning. And because of its age, it can't be repaired. We did get a lot of service out of that trailer. What a speed survey trailer does for us is it allows us to capture data from speed and also the number of cars. And how that helps us is we know where to do traffic enforcement in town. And also it gives us information whether we need stop signs or things like that. The chief has put several stop signs in over town, and we've used that trailer to capture data for that type of information. The nice thing about these two trailers is they are completely different than anything else on the market. And you can set them up to run radar, so they will show your speed when you go by, but we can also set it up for a trigger speed where a red and blue flashing light will go off. Now, I spoke with the chief from the Mendota Police Department, and they've recently purchased two, and he said that this has really helped reduce their speed in town, and they're really pleased with the trailers, and they've gotten a lot of comments from the public on how effective they believe the trailers are. So not only will it allow us to capture speed data, it will have the lights, but these trailers have the capability to do message boards, so that there's 250 messages and graphics that are already programmed in the trailer, but we can put 100 custom messages. By having two trailers, it allows us to do messages in Spanish and in English for special events. So we would be able to reach our entire community instead of sometimes just a portion of it. Also, this grant is for frontline law enforcement services. So the trailers are being purchased for frontline law enforcement services. However, with the chief's philosophy on community-oriented policing, there are quite a few things that we can use these trailers for, and I think we'll have a lot of opportunities to use these message boards and also the speed capture. So once again, these trailers would be purchased from the Supplemental Law Enforcement Services account, which is a grant we receive each year that has to be expended by a certain period of time. The 17-18 budget has to be expended by June 30th of this year. So we would be pulling a portion of the money out and closing that account for the 17-18 funds. And then we would be drawing some from the 18-19 funds as well to complete the purchase. Now, you see that there were 3 quotes received, and the quote for these trailers is approximately $2,000 cheaper than one and approximately $9,000 cheaper than the other one. This trailer does things that those other two do not. And I talked about the speed capture. One thing about this trailer is able to capture speed coming from both directions, which the others do not, which again provides us twice as much data. So we don't have to turn the trailer around and move it on the other side of the street to capture the other side of the lane. Also, these are from Stalker Radar, and these are currently from the same vendor that we purchase our vehicle radars from. So the service and everything, we already have a relationship with this company. And again, we're requesting to purchase these, and I can answer any questions if you have them.
Questions for the chief?
I do have one.
There's one.
Yes, sir.
I really like the idea of this, can also be used as a message board, but the question that I have, since the funds need to be expended by June 30th, do you have enough to buy 3 maybe? Not 2, but 3?
So we're expending all from one account, and then I'm not sure that we're going to have enough to purchase 3, but once we have not received, so that the money that we receive in the supplemental law enforcement services account isn't the same amount each year, and we have not received all of next year's money at this point. It had not been posted when I spoke with Don regarding the account balance. So I don't know how much we're going to have in next year's, but if things go on the past, yes, we would be able to purchase a 3rd one. I'm not able to tell you that we have the money to purchase a 3rd one at this point. But I do believe that by the end of the grant, when it is completely funded, that we would have that. Does that make sense?
Yes, looking forward. Yeah, 'cause they also can be used at the sport complex on Highway 33 with some message for, how people try to go in, sometimes a little bit too late, causing unsafe traffic collision out there.
Oh, sure.
I
There's
think our community, we can use at least 3 of them, those trailers.
Yeah, again, once we receive the remainder of the money, that's something we can revisit.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Is there any other questions or comments?
Yeah, I have a questions. Once purchased, when would they be, put to use in the community? Do you guys have like an estimated time, how long it would take to get them?
So the trailers are currently in stock, and the vendor is in the Los Angeles area. And as soon as we provided him with a check and he could schedule it, they would be here. I can't give you an exact time, but I would estimate within a couple of weeks. It all depends on when the vendor can deliver them.
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions? If not, we need a motion to approve the purchase of the 2 radar trailers.
I so move.
Yes, first. Is there a second?
I will second.
Okay, second.
Councilman Hernandez,
Aye.
Councilman Ramirez,
Aye.
Councilman Preciado,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Woolley,
Aye.
Mayor Ovalle.
Aye. 5-0. Purchase away, chief.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, chief. So we're moving on to item number 12, correspondence, announcements, closing comments. Any correspondence?
Not at this time.
Okay. Closing comments, Mr. Pablo?
Yeah, we held our monthly food distribution, and we serviced about 150 community members. Public Works, I thank Public Works for being out there. Also, part of the Rotary was out there, and some of the community members. It was a hot day, and I thank everybody for being out there. Also, I would like to take a moment to recognize the Avenal High School graduating class of 2020. Last week, Rotary had a parade in their honor. And with their permission, I would like to share the video. But before I share the video, I would like to give them a message. The community of Avenal wishes the Avenal High School graduating class of 2020 the best of luck in your future endeavors. Please do not forget our community and come back to come back to Avenal to make it great. That's it.
Okay. Well,
everybody. Let's do this. Here we go. Come on, everybody. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey. That's me. Oh, my lead. Rocket, fellas.
It's a nice town.
Oh boy, sounds great. Can't beat this.
Nice and clean.
Oh yeah, music to my ears.
Closing comments, yeah.
I as well would like to congratulate the class of 2020, and I want to wish every single one of you good luck in your future endeavors. Another thing that I wanted to comment is, I would like to encourage perhaps the city staff to revisit some businesses in town and strongly encourage customers, for the store owners, managers to continue to enforce the use of a face mask. We have had some complaints in the community that they don't feel, the people that are following the procedures to have a face mask and social distancing versus the people that don't comply as much, they don't feel as safe. So, the other day, personally, I went to Big Five, and they did have a strict policy in which they didn't let me in without a face mask. So I would like, perhaps if city staff could just revisit, a courtesy reminder that it's important for customers to wear a face mask, and that is all.
Yes, I also would like to congratulate all the graduates from Avenal High School. It was a nice and great parade. I would like to ask council or city staff or whoever it may be to see if it'd be possible to send a copy of this video to every graduate. I think it would be a nice gesture if we can have it sent in a way of a CD or something. I would like to see the support of the council to see if we can actually reach out to each one of them, make sure that they get a copy of this. Is a nice video.
You know where I'm looking. You see which way I'm looking?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes. So. Mhm.
But this will be closer after this meeting. I just want to council to see it first.
Beautifully done. Beautifully done.
And I also would like to, how businesses are and churches and, meetings are opening to the public. I would like to advise the community and everybody to be safe, to keep the distance, wear your mask, and wash your hands, and do whatever is possible to maintain COVID-19 away from our community. Next Thursday, the Air Governing Board will be opening their first public meeting with the public in attendance. All the board members will be there. So it looks like they're opening, but also I believe if people get careless, there's a high risk of bringing, expanding the epidemic. So I just would like to ask everyone to be, proactive and follow the rules and the mandate from our state governor and the community. And I also would like to thank the police department for the parade. They did a great job, enforcing the laws, stopping the traffic, and I believe this was something new, but at least they got to enjoy it and have a place to go at the end of the day. The high school, I also would like to say kudos to the school board. I believe they were going from 8 in the morning to 2 p.m. Every high school student actually went to the stadium, got out the car, got a picture, and so it was a nice history. It wasn't what everybody expected, but at least they were able to celebrate the graduation. And I would like to, give thanks to everyone that helped that happened in a very nice way. Congratulations again. Thank you.
Mrs. Willen, closing comments?
Well, I would also like to congratulate the high school graduating class, and thank you, Pablo. The video was wonderful. Thank you for bringing it. You started. But I would also like to congratulate the Sunset Middle School students who are promoting out of the middle school and will be our new freshman class for next year. It's a whole new world for you. So make the best of your next 4 years. Along with my fellow councilmen, I ask everyone to be safe and do what they can to stay healthy. But the other thing I would like to encourage everyone is to be kind. We hear a lot about people getting upset and mad. These are tense times with all the restrictions, but be kind to each other, please.
City Manager.
I have a couple of items. And Pablo, that was wonderful. It's very emotional, very moving. Those of us that graduated here, you know what it feels like. That was, and Tony, I know you had a lot to do with it, the Rotary Club, the police department, the school district and the board members and the residents of Avenal. And I commend everyone. It was beautiful, beautiful. And I congratulate the class of 2020. Don't forget Avenal, come back home. I just want to let council know our lobby is still closed. However, we are open to make appointments for those that need to meet. In fact, we've been doing that all along. We're trying to stay away from crowds. But please feel free if you have questions. We're more than happy to answer them over the phone or emails. But if an appointment is needed, please call and we will route you to the appropriate department. I am really happy to say that Lupe Chavez, who is our code enforcement officer, he developed a business license application. So those that are interested in holding a yard sale need to contact Lupe and he will walk them through the process. We would bring someone in by appointment and he will walk them through the process. There's a fee to be paid. Anyway, everybody loves a good yard sale. So I'm happy to see that we've come far that way. There will be measures that those that have the yard sales will need to take. We're also going to give masks to everybody, at least 10 masks. So anyway, I just wanted to let the community know that. We actually met with community members last night and they were really concerned about some areas and going into businesses, maybe some weren't wearing masks and whatever. We had a great meeting and Pablo, thank you. He was basically the person that put the meeting together and we were happy to host it here at the theater and great people. They've taken this very seriously. So, and our staff will be just going out and reinforcing. So thank you. The community center, if you haven't been out on Hydro Road, that facility is really, really coming along. It's actually beautiful and it's very big. The paving, I believe Scott told me, I want to say tomorrow or Monday. I'm not sure, Scott, but it is definitely taking shape. There's some facade work that it's the lower part and you'll see that's kind of a gap there that will be filled in. That will be, I believe, stone rock. Anyway, it is a beautiful facility. If you have time, just do a quick drive-by. The grading has begun at the Alvarado Group down on Kern and Corcoran. So we're happy to see that activity. I saw the heavy equipment today. We are still giving away masks anywhere, anytime. We actually gave some away last night. I gave a gentleman mask as I was coming in today. So if anybody's in need, let us know and we'll get masks down to you. We've distributed at 2 different food distributions and they have been very well received. I wanted to let Ms. Woolley know, Mayor Pro Tem Woolley, that I talked to Scott about the step at the PD and that will get painted and striped. Just wanted to let you know. I've been there before, I understand. Scott reminded me why that step is only half a step. We're still looking at the animal vaccination clinic this year. We're just not sure when yet, but we are still intending on holding one this year. Maybe this summer, maybe this fall, but just wanted the community to know that. There is a new superintendent, Reef Sunset Unified School District. Mr. Sanchez, I believe his name is. I have not met him yet, but looking forward to it. I want to thank Dr. Reese for his contributions to the district and for making a difference with kids. And I think that's all I have. Thank you very much.
City Clerk, comments?
Nothing at this time.
Okay, well, I'd just like to echo the congratulations of the City Council to the graduates of 2020. And to thank the Rotary for a great parade and the technology that is used to create that video. That was awesome video. It's times like this that shows the creativity and how the community can improvise to make something bad good, turn out good. That was a great parade for the graduates, and I'm glad and grateful, to have seen it. We followed them for a little bit, 33, because it was a rather long line. It was great, though. It was great to see that. So congratulations. And it is a new world out there. So just stay strong, and remember Avenal.
I just have one more item. I
Sure.
didn't know if you wanted to comment on it for the record. A letter that we received from Lou Gravel,
Oh.
and he wanted to, would you like to comment on it or? Oh, it's a very nice letter that was brought to City Hall or given to Angie, and I want to make sure all council received it. It's just Lou stating that he appreciates Avenal Police Department and all that they do. And I just wanted to make certain that it was at least acknowledged and it will be part of the record tonight. So thank you, Lou. We appreciate it.
Mr. Lou, thank you. And with that, meeting adjourned.
I don't think stripes. The mask. I can't, you can't see down. Sure.
Always escape.
Something emergency.
I understand.